Well, that happened.
It did indeed.
That
was a thing.
That was a thing. Well, welcome to Culture Clash, everybody. Episode 32. 32 episodes. Season 2, Episode 1. Actually,
Yes.
Episode 32.
Yeah.
Hey, a 31-episode season is more than a full
Oh,
order.
God, yeah, it is.
Exactly.
By
a
at
lot.
least 8 episodes.
Yep. We did have kind of a mid-season break, I guess, for Desert Bus, maybe? Does that count? Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Why not?
Oh,
We'll be talking more about mid-season breaks
Yeah.
later in the show.
Yeah.
yeah, we will.
Yeah, we will. But yeah, so we're here. As usual, it's the three of us. CantWearHats, Lambmower, who's over there, and HPBraincase, who's down there.
Yeah.
And joining us is, in the vacant guest spot, is Jeff Goldblum, for reasons that will become apparent.
It was Showdown,
It was Showdown
But
until
but no longer Showdown.
5 minutes before the show started.
Yeah,
It's like,
last
Very
second
good
change.
reasons.
Yeah.
Last second change of guest.
Yes. We had to bump Showdown to next week.
Yeah.
We also had to bump Matt Damon at the same time, but never mind. And so yeah,
How much is NASA going to spend to save him this time?
listen, I've seen that. Oh god, I love that picture that's gone around of him in his Martian spacesuit next to BB-8 from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Who wore it better?
Indeed.
But yeah, so we've got loads of news to talk about today, and an announcement later on in like the second half of the show.
Yeah.
And we don't have much to talk about in the enjoyment corner, so we can just get that out of the way right now.
Yeah.
Space engineers,
Yeah,
everybody.
all of us.
We were talking about, like, what have we done this week? None of us has really done anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Fallout. I talked about Dark Forces and Dark Forces 2 last week. That's what I've been streaming. Play Fallout in between. But Space Engineers.
Yeah, we continued getting the band back together yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think we recaptured some of the old magic
Yeah,
yesterday.
it was
too.
good. It was good. Planets are a bit more stable than they were a few weeks ago, which is
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
definitely.
Which helps a lot.
And nothing is more reminiscent of previous Space Engineers times than Hats. Hats, this is going to be bad.
Like, oh, just like grinding bits and having the large parts
whole
of the
thing
rocket fall off.
over.
It's like,
Oh,
no,
God. It was good.
No.
And it is me constantly dying for no reason.
Yes. just Lamb is dead.
It's like
Lamb is
oh no. But yeah, it's been really good, and
No,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to growing that universe some more.
yeah, because we've talked about it before, but kind of like everyone playing Space Engineers together is where Culture Clash got its start.
Yeah.
We were like,
Yeah,
hey, we should hang out and talk about shit.
Well, we used to play Space Engineers every Saturday morning for like 3 months.
Yeah.
It was a long time
Yeah.
that we were doing it. And
Yeah.
then it became apparent that we were just hanging out, playing Space Engineers and chatting for hours after the stream cut.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we're like, maybe we should turn this into a thing. And
Yeah.
now here we are, 32 episodes later. So that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, Saturday evening for most of the people involved. Fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more or less. Well, that's what made it good. Was like on a weekend, it's usually better, but it's it's like morning time for East Coast, West Coast, sorry, North America, and like that makes it afternoon, evening for UK and Europe, which is perfect.
Yeah. It's like everybody can
Exactly.
get together without messing up their sleep schedules. Yeah, but that was super fun.
Yeah.
And then Lamb and I tried out a game this week.
Oh
That
yeah.
was,
No hats.
heavily
No.
mediocre.
Okay. Oh right, this was not. What was this game then?
No, it's not time for that, Hats.
Okay.
Though that game sometimes feels heavily mediocre. No,
Okay,
this
we
one
would
was
try out.
this one was Devillion.
Oh. Yeah, we did play
Yeah.
Devillion. I completely forgot about Devillion. That
That tells you.
much.
That tells you everything you need to know right there.
Let me be the first to say Devillion has things that I like. For instance,
Yes.
I have a corgi who can sell my trash items.
Sounds good.
And
The
we-
first mount you get is a Weagle. I don't care what they say, it's an effing Weagle. It's got a giant fluffy tail, short clawed front arms, and a pointy head.
Sounds good.
And it looks like a cross between a squirrel and a kangaroo.
Yeah, it's basically Weagle.
It's a Weagle.
Nice.
So, and it definitely feels like Diablo 2 did, which, you know, comes with all the baggage that comes with. I had a lot of fun with
Yeah.
Diablo 2, so it's that style of game.
Yeah, I mean, I really, compared to a lot of the other ARPG games, I really enjoyed the gameplay in Devilion, and that's, I think, the best part of Devilion is the gameplay.
Yeah,
But
the
it
art
also,
direction.
yeah, it comes from the same studio who made Terra Online,
Right.
and if you've seen Terra Online, you can probably see where this is going.
Yeah, so it's an MMO with lots of heaving bosoms.
And little to no clothes.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. No.
So- Now, this was aided by the fact that most of the people in our playgroup went with the male characters who get to wear slightly more clothes. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, Devilion.
Yeah.
was fun.
Gameplay-wise, it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed playing Devilion with it was HP and Berserker, and for a moment Biogen was also joining us. But I really liked the gameplay, not as much the art direction.
Yeah.
It's actually the weird thing about Terra, because I did play Terra a bit back in the day, is that they obviously really, really go out of their way to make things skimpy.
Right.
Because if you look at a lot of designs in that game, they're actually like really, really good when they're worn by a character that gets to have full armor.
Right.
Like,
So-
Yeah.
So there's actual good design in there. They're like, okay, that's a great design. How can we make it have less clothes on it?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That that's the really weird thing. Like there's so much actually good design in Terra, and some of that carries over to Devilion, but they really, really go out of their way to make things skimpy and weird.
No. Stop it. Stop it.
I understand that it's developed in a different culture.
Yeah.
Sure, but
Um,
it's
Yeah,
it's
I
still
don't know.
not it's still not something I much care for.
Yeah, and I can see why some people are gonna like it.
Yeah.
There's two reasons people are gonna like it. There are gonna be people who are into the design because they're super shallow, and there are gonna be people who like it for the gameplay, which is good.
Yeah, that's it's not completely without merit. It's actually a
Yeah.
good game.
Yeah.
I probably won't be diving back into it myself, but I'm glad I gave it a try. And I will say their community guy, Evan Berman, Scapes on Twitter, is a really cool guy. I met him at TwitchCon. He was wearing a Darmok and Jalad Tanagra concert T-shirt.
Oh, the one with Picard playing
Yeah.
the guitar.
Yeah, that was
So good.
that was the conversation starter for him and I. And he's a super cool guy, and I'd like to keep talking to him and work with Tryon Studios. Devilion, not my thing.
Yeah. Starnuff in the chat just said that Terra was pretty good about keeping males and females within a race pretty consistent, if he recalls correctly. That is, for the most part, true, except for humans.
Ah.
Because human males are actually about the only race in the game that gets to have, like, full, like, classic fantasy armor. That is not the case for female humans. It's not the case for most other races, except for a few cases. It's a weird title. It definitely you can see that it's designed in a different culture.
Yeah, and the Devilian character creation is much more reminiscent of Diablo, where your class is your appearance, period.
Yeah.
If you're the
Right.
Berserker, you've got 2 swords and you're a guy. If you're the
Okay.
Thief class, you've got magical coffee table-sized shurikens and you're a guy. If you're a mage, you're female and you're wearing almost nothing.
Right.
If you're the Cannoneer class, you're a little girl.
Okay.
And just
I will
with cleavage.
with more clothes. Well,
with
not
more
as much.
clothes, but still cleavage.
Yeah. So
Video games.
no one in our group went with that class.
Good.
We're actually only Berserker. I was the only one that was not playing a Berserker.
Okay.
And I was
Berserker went with mage.
oh yeah, he went with mage because everyone else was
Just
playing
playing-
Berserker.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
So I was like that. I was just asking HP, what are you planning to play? It was Berserker. Okay, I'll play the other guy then because I was planning to play Berserker otherwise.
yeah. All right. Well, there you
And
go.
now, time for the special.
Go on.
Star Citizen.
Star Citizen. Okay.
So now that that's out the way, for once, there's actual news that should probably be fine. Go.
Yeah, this-
go.
this-
No, mostly kidding.
we will just briefly say that Lamb and I played more Star Citizen, and that the official 2.0 live patch dropped so we can use our own accounts.
Hey, nice.
We will talk in more detail about Star Citizen a little bit further down in the news section, I think, because there is some news related to that. But there's something else from the enjoyment corner we need to cover.
Oh yeah.
Something
Spoilers.
very important.
Spoilers.
All right.
Put the spoilers.
Wait, hang on.
Spoiler time.
Damn it. That's no. I had a thing. There it is. That should probably be bigger, but there we go. It's Shield.
Agents of
Indeed.
Shield.
There we go.
All right. So
So
tune
the
out,
mid-season finale happened.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Shield
did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
certainly
it did.
happened.
I
I
feel like my chest has been crushed.
okay. I can't claim this, but season 1 or the twist, Ward kills Hand,
And kills one.
and Hand kills Ward.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the big villain throughout the only consistent villain throughout the series, Ward, finally died
And
Or-
is-
Well-
for a short moment.
for like 2 minutes.
yeah, and gets to continue being the consistent villain throughout the series.
yeah.
And God, that episode was another. It's been really. I'll be damned, Tatooine.
Okay, yeah.
That was so good.
Technically, I did get pedantic about that, which was Tatooine had 2 suns orbiting at it. One.
Actually, it was blue. I think you're a fan.
Yeah.
But
Very good episode.
oh yeah, very good, and I am so glad that Will is actually dead.
Yes.
Or
Will,
at least that they didn't do what
Bring him
we were. Well, not so much that they didn't bring him back, just that they didn't do what I was hoping they wouldn't.
the love triangle.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that whole thing.
That's the bit that was like when the reveal happened that he was in fact infested by Hive, who
Yeah.
we will talk about later. I was like, yes, no love triangle.
Yes, victory.
Yep.
And yeah, and like it seems like that arc is mostly done. So we probably like the getting to the alien planet. So it's not going to turn into Agents of Stargate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I mean,
we might see references to the ancient city that was destroyed.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
I love the shots of the ancient city were cool, and then they had the shot of the massive Hydra logo that had been built there. It's like, wait,
okay.
okay, did they not? in the previous couple of episodes, there was like they showed the old
whole evolution of the Hydra logo.
It's like,
so why the hell is there a huge Hydra logo? Exactly. I am on board with this criticism.
right? What the fuck?
Other criticisms I am on board
dear.
with. Why the hell did Coulson leave his hand behind?
It's like, this hand has killed. I don't know.
It's like, I understand it was a dramatic, like, drop the gun you killed the guy with on him sort of moment, but it's like, that's your hand, dude.
Yeah.
Those things are expensive. You have to fill out the budget request forms for those.
Yep. I did like.
It's your fifth hand.
Yeah. Other things I like though were I like seeing Mac as like an acting director. He did.
Yeah.
He was really solid.
Yeah, no. Mac is willing to make the hard calls.
Yep. Also, he starts showing like Mac actually showing some more. Mac's shown a lot more personality in the this series.
Yeah,
In season 3 rather, and I'm liking it a lot.
I agree for sure.
And he still hasn't choked anyone out yet though. So.
No,
What?
and he also hasn't made the shotgun axe yet.
Oh come on, shotgun hacks.
Season 3, damn it. No, next
Season 3.5.
Yeah, when it comes back.
I did point out that the way they kind of do these, been doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so far is that they always set up a status quo
Yeah.
every season, and that's just a completely new status quo. They make an arc and resolve the arc at the end of the mid-season. That's how they've been working so far. So essentially, we're actually season 6 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is basically about to start.
So.
Sort of.
What's interesting is that, like, because it's an American show, like a full season is like 22 or 23 episodes.
Yeah.
But from like a British perspective, like 11 or 12 episodes is a full series.
Yeah, it's a
It's
long
full
season.
Yeah, like that's as many episodes as this series of Doctor Who had. So I'm like, all right, sure. So it actually feels perfectly fine. It's like, all right, that's a good season finale. What? There's more? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good.
More? Yes.
Yeah, that was a
please.
solid season finale. So, Ward dies, and then is promptly revived as Maveth,
Yeah.
who seems to be a analogy of the character Hive in the comics, who is a parasite built to literally be Hydra.
Yep.
Yep. So, Ward, who has been the face of Hydra for us for most of this season,
is now literally
Hydra.
Well, there's the scene when they have the reveal, and it's when everyone else finds out because it's Daisy has scrawled into the wall. Ward is Hydra.
Yeah.
And it's like yes, he is.
Actually,
Yep.
this now. Yes.
Hydra is now like 5 people at most.
Yeah, they keep blowing them up.
Yeah, it's Ward, Malik, and maybe some other guys.
Well, whoever was driving the Jeep, or whoever was driving Malik's car, and whoever was in the back seat with Malik.
Yeah, exactly.
So, 5 people. I think
yeah, it's like 5 people.
So
They're going to take over the world. Yeah, good luck with that.
So Hive was a big part of the Secret Warriors storyline, which we've been talking about before because it's been the thing they've been kind of building up back already in season 2.
Well, didn't they name drop Secret Warriors in one of the recent episodes?
Yep,
they did.
Yeah.
And we saw the first action of the Secret Warriors team, which consists of Daisy, Lincoln,
and
who still has the stupidest superhero name.
What is his superhero name?
Sparkplug.
I love it. I'm assuming Mac
dear.
named him.
Right, yeah.
Because, like, Tremors, Sparkplug,
Like, that's
Face
not their
melter.
name. So he keeps calling it Tremors. Like, that's not. It's called Quake. It's not accurate to the comics.
I don't
need-
remember Melty Guy's name.
They need to get Cisco in there. Like, just bring him in.
Yes.
Get some names sorted out.
Quake. I got nothing better
Woody.
than Sparkplug.
Wooden Quake.
So yeah, and Hive was a big part of that whole storyline, and it seems that the next part of season 3 is just gonna be Secret Warriors.
Yep, I'm down.
Yep. I kind of love that the one guy is bulletproof, though. like that his powers take over as an instinct when somebody shoots him.
It's just like, boop. Ah, nice.
That being said, molten metal moving at gun speed or like
Ow.
bullet velocity,
That's-
still a problem.
Yeah.
They didn't really convey that. But sure.
Also, why didn't
Maybe
they have
it's-
were they wearing bulletproof vests? I don't know. Maybe.
They had to be quick and able to
Probably.
move silently.
Oh
so probably not.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're probably wearing some weird
Ballistic
shield.
weave kind of thing.
Some sort of
Shield.
Kevlar mesh. So
Sounds-
Shield happened.
Yeah.
Shield helmet.
Coulson does not have amnesia, though he did have a weird dream.
Yeah.
I am also happy
How'd
they
you
did
say?
not go with amnesia.
Yeah. That was
I
good.
mean, like, how much amnesia would Coulson have to have, though? Like, a lot of it.
Yeah.
If they were going to do that. It's like, so
2.
he's lost the last 30 years?
two amnesia. That's how
A
much.
Dark Descent and a Machine for Bits.
Yep. Both of them in his Steam library.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, that happened. It was good. It was good to see. It wouldn't have made sense for them to keep not killing Ward.
Yes.
So I'm glad that happened. I'm also kind of I'm excited to see Brett Dalton do more evil things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the-
like I've been. Ward has grown on me the past season.
I hated him in season 1.
Yeah.
Like he was awful.
well, you hate him until he reveals, and then you hate him more.
Yeah, but
Because it's
then-
like, wait, you've tried to make me like him this whole time? Get stuffed.
Screw you. Yeah.
And now he's actually the actual important. Like he's just evil now. Like
Yeah, the death scene, though, that was... Ooh,
It's
I
just
cringed.
Like, it's like it just how do I? It's like, oh shit, I don't know how this hand works. I'm sorry.
I was going to rip your heart out, but I guess...
Is this how you do?
Your-
Is this how you do CPR?
Yes, okay, chest compressions to the
Crunch.
extreme.
Oops.
I did have a problem with the fact that after he crushed Ward, he didn't run to the portal.
It's just like, well, we've got 1 minute. Go. It's like,
This is like that thing, like, I want to... When people hold their breath in movies and you try and hold your breath with them, and it ends up being like 10 minutes, it's like, this was a 1 minute countdown that lasted 15 minutes. It's...
yeah. Still, that's pretty standard for.
Yeah.
Um,
I buy it. It's just like...
but
It
yeah.
was good, though.
It was real good. All right, shall
Yeah.
we move on to other stuff?
Oh, one more thing.
Oh,
Lash
yeah.
is on the loose again.
yeah.
yes,
So,
which we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
It's just we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
that happened.
All right. So, spoiler warning off. No more Shield talk.
Welcome back,
Spoilers.
everyone. I
Welcome back,
imagine
literally
everyone-
everybody who's muted.
Yes.
I mean, I understand. I get it. So we're not. So now we actually get to talk about news and stuff,
Yeah, we have
Yes.
a lot of news.
and we might as well get it out of the way. I've already done
All
the
right.
clacks. I'm not going to do it again.
You know what? We'll just get this out of the way super quick. We're not going to make a big deal out of it. Star Citizen broke $100 million in crowdfunding this weekend.
Hoppa!
You're probably gonna hear more about it from just about
Literally
every
everyone, yeah.
Yeah,
every
it's-
outlet ever.
It's going to be on every news outlet. We've been ahead of the curve talking about it in hushed whispers to avoid hats getting mad.
It's all right. It's fine.
Yeah. So now legitimate news, but it's it's going to explode. There's going to be a big media thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there have been. I mean, it's received a bunch of media attention already, but now it's like 100 mil. Yeah, that's a
Like,
big deal.
that-
It's
I mean,
probably going to hit mainstream media.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's
yeah.
that's probably the big thing. It's that's a number as 100 mil in crowdfunding money. That's a number that's actual mainstream media can show off, and people will understand how big that is.
Yeah.
Yes. Complete with Chris Roberts putting his pinky in.
$1 billion.
He will probably do it.
This is 1975. There isn't even $100 million in the whole world.
All right. So yeah, that happened. Well done.
Yep.
Good job.
Yep.
And now on to some more interesting news. So this this next article, I saw this and I was like, oh man. Well, it's not so much an article. It's this is Firaxis had Firaxicon?
Some kind of
new Phyrexia.
They had a giant event with a lot of fans and press people invited to basically announce a ton of XCOM stuff, and it was basically a press event, but fans were also invited.
Yeah.
And they announced the XCOM 2 dev kit.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of stuff you get. You get the script source code, not the actual like proper
source code for the game.
Yeah, no, the script. Get their models, you get their Unreal editor they used to make it, and you get 50 gigs of assets free to anyone who purchased the game.
Yeah,
Woo! So go nuts.
When they said they were going to support modding way more in XCOM 2, they meant it.
Does this mean we can finally get the Stargate XCOM mod?
I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah!
I'm going to make it happen, Hats.
It needs to happen.
I will make it happen.
So, since we're on XCOM 2 already, should we roll into the most important piece of news that was added at the last second?
Oh, yes.
Which is XCOM's getting a movie!
Oh, yeah. This is
basically.
Okay, so
somewhat a movie.
So, kind of related.
Yeah.
Literally, as I was checking Twitter before we went live, and I was like, what? And someone had tweeted, like, oh, the other side. The...
I don't know.
The Independence Day 2 trailer isn't screwing around. I'm like, what? So Independence...
No, XCOM isn't actually
XCOM isn't literally getting a movie. It's Independence Day 2, which is called Independence Day Resurgence, has a trailer out, and the trailer is basically XCOM the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it
actually looks good.
I was skeptical.
I felt the hype.
I felt
the hype.
I was skeptical of Independence Day 2, but I'm like, oh no, okay, they're not screwing around here.
Yeah. And it is not a reboot.
No, it's a sequel. They say like we used their technology to improve the world, and we did all this stuff, and like
there's clearly a secret organization that's been getting ready for the aliens to come back.
That's exactly what it is. It's XCOM the movie, and it actually looks good. They went in a different, like Paul just said in chat, like they went in an interesting direction, not just the alien. It seems to be doing more than just the aliens come back and blow up New York again or something, or blow up the White House again. And probably also lots of other places.
Yep. And it's got the lesser Hemsworth in it.
Liam Hemsworth.
The Hemsworth nobody cares about.
I'm sure people who watch The Hunger Games care about it. Okay.
The one that doesn't play Thor.
Yeah. Yeah. The aliens come back and have upgraded their antivirus.
They've installed malware bytes.
They put in, it's like, you can't get us, we're behind, we've got Norton.
Yeah.
But it actually looks good.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I wasn't expecting to be into it, and suddenly I am. So, I don't know how to feel about this. Yeah, and Independence Day, the film is actually, when in the trailer it says we spent 20 years preparing for something, I was like, oh, what? Oh, right, Independence Day was made 20 years ago, in 1995. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Why?
Yep.
No.
It was some time ago.
And they're bringing back my favorite character. Jeff Goldblum's dad.
Yes. He was. Oh.
I was 6.
I was.
It was.
Yeah.
I was 2.
7.
Yeah. Like, all my memories of Independence Day have to be from watching it on VHS, because there's no way I saw that in the movie.
I know it was like repeated on TV a whole bunch of times. That's probably where I saw it. It's probably on ITV or something, just on constant repeat.
But hats, it happened in the mid '90s. That was only 10 years ago.
No. HP, the 90s have been dead for 15 years.
Oh no! What years? I still associate early 2000s music with the 90s. So
Everyone knows the decades actually last from the second year to like 3 years into the next decade.
I mean,
yeah, the 90s didn't end until 2006. Let's be honest.
Basically.
But
But speaking about the unexpected. System Shock 3.
Yeah. This is
more
why,
unexpected sequels.
Before I put Jeff Goldblum in there, we were going to have Shodan. Yes, you got it.
Got that.
Because System Shock 3 is happening.
Yeah, it's the Otherworld Entertainment who now owns the System Shock rights. They did System Shock 1 and 2 HD re-releases.
Right.
And they're currently also working on a they're calling it a reimagining of System Shock 1.
Right.
Which is actually very interesting because it's someone pointed out that the maps they're doing still uses all the old video game geometry, like square hallways and stuff.
Right, yeah.
But they've actually just updated the graphics to modern standards. So everything is still super blocky and stuff.
But it's really high resolution and high detail, super blocky stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like strafe, but with high res.
Okay.
It's a kind of interesting style.
I assume System Shock 3 will not be like that.
No,
I want System Shock 3 to be to the level of Alien Isolation. That's what I want.
Oh yes.
I want a
that
System
game
Shock
pretty.
game that makes I want a System Shock game that makes me feel the way Alien Isolation did.
I want a
Yes.
game that made me feel like System Shock 2 did when it first came out.
Yeah, 'cause
I'd also take an Alien Isolation 2.
Yeah.
Aliens Isolations.
Aliens Isolation. It'll actually not be Isolation. It'll actually just be Aliens the movie, where it's actually just an action movie.
Well,
They tried that. It was called Aliens Colonial Marines. It was bad.
No, we don't talk
we
about
don't talk about that game. Although Isolation did kind of do a little bit of that, because about partway through, it does switch from a little bit from Alien to Aliens.
Yeah, because
There are suddenly a lot of aliens. But anyway, System Shock 3.
Yeah.
Oh. Are they actually... So, okay, just to be clear, is System Shock 3 is it being made? Or is it going to be a Kickstarter? Like every other nostalgia project?
I think it's being made. It was teased.
Okay.
And
I don't
we really haven't gotten any more details on it.
It's just like, hey, it's a thing. Oh, it's System Shock 3.
So, let's see here.
Like, because a lot of stuff, we had Psychonauts 2 and Yooka-Laylee, the two big ones, which are, sequels or spiritual sequels to games people really like old, like Banjo-Kazooie and Psychonauts,
Okay.
but they were both crowdfunded. That's where those games seem to happen, on crowdfunding, but...
We may have jumped the gun a little bit.
Well, did we?
Only because all we know is that System Shock 3...
I blame that.
All we have is an 8.5-day countdown page.
8.5-day countdown page to a Kickstarter. I'm
Well,
gonna put my...
The last time there was a countdown page, we got burned hard.
Oh, what was it?
Fallout 4 rumor countdown page. You remember?
Right, and it wasn't...
With no other information.
Well, we'll see.
I believe this one.
I mean, other side is
want
an
to
actual
believe.
studio.
The problem is the teaser site for the countdown is othersidetease.com, not otherside.com. I don't know.
Don't play with us. Don't play with us like this, man.
Okay, how often have I been the skeptical optimist?
No,
Now I'm being the skeptical pessimist.
No, I mean, just if someone is doing this, Don't, man.
Well, I guess it's wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see it making a lot of, or did see.
It has been reported as a real thing by more than one place, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out in 8 days.
Yeah.
So I guess we can't do that next week. We'll have to do that the week after. Ah, well.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense that they would be because a lot of the people at Other Side worked on System Shock 2, but...
Yep.
And they also worked on Bioshock.
Yeah, I mean, because System Shock kind of... That team, like, became Bioshock. That
That was quite the link.
nice. But yeah...
Don't ever just copy link address. That's what I've learned.
Certainly not when you Google search. Those ones end up messy.
Oh, that one was from an article.
Oh.
Yeah, so moving on from that.
Yes.
Yeah, more famous actors in the MCU.
Much like British actors in Game of Thrones, it's starting to be difficult to find Hollywood actors not associated with Marvel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, who is it this time? It's Kate Blanchett.
Kate
Blanchett.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who is in final talks for a role in Thor Ragnarok.
Indeed.
Sure.
You know,
Why not?
For those
Trying to
for
make
those who
these-
might not be aware, the all 6 or 7 of you who don't know this in the world, Kate Blanchett was Galadriel in
Yes.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That's where I know her from. She's also done other things.
Yeah, so there's some speculation about who she could play. There's a bunch of different characters. It could be Valkyrie, the Enchantress, Hela, who's the goddess of, like,
I
hell.
don't know if she would be Enchantress because Enchantress has already been in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Has she?
Yeah, she was in
Oh,
first.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, what was that? Yes, right. Yeah, she wasn't called Enchantress, though. She had a different name, which is why I don't
Yep.
remember.
Amora.
Yes, that's it. All right, okay. So, yeah, all right. So I think Valkyrie seems likely. I would be more interested in Hela, though, like, who's the goddess of Hell, Hel, which is not... It's not like, it's fake Hell. It's like, no, that's an actual Norse mythology thing. Like,
Yeah.
Hela, goddess of Hell.
So, the reason I would love to see that is the glimpse of Dark Galadriel we got in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
She plays
Yeah.
Dark real good, especially with special effects behind her.
So yeah,
That could be good, yeah.
I am fully behind her playing the villain of Infinity War. Not Infinity War, Ragnarok. Infinity
Yeah.
War is the one that's coming later.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the villain of Infinity War is gonna be Thanos.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
so
What?
cool.
No.
No.
The guy collecting Infinity Stones who has the Infinity Gauntlet
I'm just saying.
might be the villain of Infinity War.
I'm just throwing it out there. It's pure speculate, just blind guessing.
You don't do speculation on this. It's only facts.
Facts. True facts. 100% verifiable fact and truth and not making things up.
Yep. Roland on to the next story.
Which is more actors being
I
in things
heard
that's-
that. I heard that, HP. You don't try to get away with that. So, yeah.
More actors in more things. Idris Elba.
Yo, speaking of
Is-
Thor actors.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Is the frontrunner to play Roland in the Dark Tower adaptation.
Yes. Okay. I'm down with that. More
I'm
Idris
super
Elba.
down with that.
Give me more Idris Elba, period. Like,
Yeah.
More.
cast him
more,
wherever you want.
More.
Give me Idris Elba as James Bond. Give me,
Yep.
yeah, anything really.
He can play anything.
I mean, that's the thing is, most people will probably know him. His most famous role before Thor and all that was Stringer Bell in The Wire, which was just
Yes.
so good.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
And he does a pretty good American accent in that. And then people like watch him in like Luther and other things. It's like, wait, he's English? No shit.
Yep.
But yeah, he's very, very good. And it's funny because a lot of when people would fan cast Dark Tower, a lot of the time Roland would end up as Clint Eastwood because the internet at large is unable to think of any other famous cowboys.
Yeah. The role I associate with Idris Elba is actually Pacific Rim.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's also
Yeah. We've cancelled the apocalypse.
that. We are cancelling the apocalypse.
He should give
Best line
that
in
same
entire
speech
movie.
in Thor Ragnarok. Just
Oh,
word
please,
for word.
please let him say that in Thor Ragnarok.
We have cancelled Ragnarok.
We are cancelling the Ragnarok. And then Thor and Loki are both drift compatible, so they have to pilot a giant Asgardian mech to fight.
They'll fight- Okay. So, yes, there's already a canonical example of Tony Stark building a suit of armor in I can't remember what it's called. Asgard. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
He goes and gets drunk with some dwarves and uses their forge to build armor to fight Hulk with, or Thor with.
Oh. Asgardian rim.
Yeah,
I want that
yeah.
now.
Give it to me. Just mash everything up.
Guillermo del Toro is not
Just
looks like he might not be able to make Pacific Rim 2. Just Marvel.
Marvel just F
Just got a rim.
Marvel just F my shit up.
Yeah.
Do it. Marvel's like, I
They-
got you, fan.
Yeah, I got you, fam.
But yeah, Idris Elba's Roland is pretty good. I've read a couple of the Dark Tower books. I read The Gunslinger and I think the one after that. And yeah, I can see that. I'm into this. All right.
So,
More,
moving on.
more
to more Marvel.
but different Marvel, like not Marvel Studios Marvel, like
Yeah,
X-Men.
Marvel property, Marvel produced by Fox.
So yeah,
X-Men Apocalypse had a trailer.
yep, it did.
Yep.
It looks like the X-Men 90s cartoon had
Yeah?
a live action movie.
Which a lot of people want, and I've been out of the loop on this, so I didn't realize Sansa Stark was playing Jean Grey.
Yeah, she does an American accent for like the one line she has in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it's still running on the basically the First Class and Days of Future Past timeline. So you've got James McAvoy and
Can't remember his name.
Magneto.
Magneto. Yeah.
Bender something.
Fassbender.
Fassbender.
Yes. Like Fassbender.
Fassbender. Oh god, damn it, brain. But yeah, as Magneto and Professor X.
Yes.
So yeah.
So, the one thing that I may have missed it in the trailer, but I really hope there's more Nicholas Hoult in this movie.
yeah, because he's playing Beast or
Yeah,
Hank,
he's Beast,
Hank
and
McCoy.
I love him as an actor. There, okay.
Yeah, he's in it.
I was clicking through, but
Yeah.
I watched it earlier and totally missed it because it's only there for like half a second.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
good.
My eyes have really been open to him as an actor after Mad Max.
Oh yeah, he was really good in Mad Max.
I was aware of him
yeah.
because of First Class and stuff like that.
The other thing,
My first exposure to him was Warm Bodies.
there was also About a Boy. I think was where he got his start. Which
Yeah.
was,
Yeah, I remembered that.
yeah.
Warm Bodies
Do I
was
have it,
actually
like-
really good. If you're in the mood for a rom-com,
Oh right, yeah.
Warm Bodies gets the job done. It's like Shaun of the Dead and Warm Bodies are like the two movies that fall into that genre. And they're very different films, but quite good.
So yeah, and the X-Men Apocalypse thing, like the thing to take away from it, I think, is that it looks very, very comic booky.
Yep.
And it's embracing the camp a little bit more.
I think that's actually all of even DC now is
Yeah.
embracing the campiness of comic books.
Good.
Thank
Yes.
Good.
Because that trailer for Dawn of Justice was special.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
We get to see why James McAvoy goes bald.
yes, right. They show that at the very end of the trailer. You see him sitting in basically the outfit that Patrick Stewart wore in the first X-Men film, with the chair and the blue suit and the bald head.
And then he tries some weird proto cerebro.
I think it is actually Cerebro at that point.
Yeah,
because
I think...
the Proto Cerebro was in first class.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. So this is actual Cerebro. And he puts the thing on, he's like probably trying to search for Apocalypse. And he's like, he's got black. Yeah. It's like, so much power.
Fun little trivia fact about X-Men First Class. When James McAvoy was cast for the role, he shaved his head.
It's like,
and then Bryan Singer told him he was going to have hair in the movie. He had to wear extensions for the first 6 months of filming.
Oopsie.
That's why you don't shave your head. That's the first thing you do when you get cast as
That's what we call overcommitting, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a bunch of stuff to get through, so shall we move on?
Yeah. Just, roll on to
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Immigrant Star Wars.
Star Wars.
So, this is just a quick bit, but we got to know that from the writers of Star Wars that Captain Phasma was actually originally male.
Yeah, when they were writing it.
When they were writing and the start of casting.
Yeah, because they released the cast. Because they released the first cast photo, if you remember, was like black and white, a bunch of people sitting around a table. And there were some people who was like, and, it was mostly guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, whereas, it's 21st century,
including the one British actor considered for every single role ever.
Oh, God. Yeah, right, because they were originally looking at Benedict Cumberbatch to play Phasma. And then, after it's just whatever, and then the idea came up either through their own merit or because people kind of were like, hey, where's the more female characters? And why don't we make Captain Phasma female? And and according to Lawrence Kasdan, when the idea came up, everyone was like, yes, great, let's do that. And so they did. And cast Gwendolyn Christie, which is, it's kind of a little bit shades of Ripley in Alien, because Ripley was originally written as male, and then but then changed to female, and then they cast Sigourney Weaver. And also, when they cast Sigourney Weaver, they were not convinced that she could do, I think, serious stuff. And then I think there was some story about her doing a performance right there in the middle of the casting thing. But turns out that a lot of the time, all you have to do is you don't actually have to change much. If you write things well, you don't have to be, you don't have to change much to just be okay, we'll make this character a woman and nothing much else will change. If they're written well,
Yeah, a well-written character very rarely has their gender as the centerpiece to their role, unless that is the point that someone is trying to make.
Yes, there you go.
I'm just saying, Commander Shepard. I mean, Shepard is the exact same character no matter if you're playing male or female. It's just that because of the acting of the two characters, people decided that the female one is the correct one because Jennifer Hale's the better actor.
Right, yeah. But
I'll go with it.
So that's pretty cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing how Gwendolyn Christie does, because she does great stuff in Game of Thrones, and I mean, Star Wars. I want Star Wars. I want to see Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I want Star Wars.
Yes.
And also speaking of Star Wars, just a quick bit of fluff. Basically, there's a British astronaut going up to the ISS, the space station soon, called Tim Peake, and he confirmed on Twitter that the ISS actually has a projector for watching films, but they have a copy of Star Wars to watch when he gets up there. So I can't, can you imagine watching Star Wars on the space station?
An actual Star War.
Yep. That's pretty, I thought that was cool. Anyway, moving on.
Indeed.
So, Iron Fist is one of the Netflix Marvel shows that we're all looking forward to. And we have gotten our showrunner and plot synopsis for it. And it sounds very, very comic campy.
Yes.
Yes, calling back to things embracing camp.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
so the showrunner is going to be Scott Buck, who you will know from 6 Feet Under, Rome, and Dexter.
yep.
And just a quick synopsis of Iron Fist. Returning to New
Iron
York
Fist.
after being missing for years, Daniel Rand fights against the criminal element corrupting New York City with his incredible kung fu mastery and ability to summon the awesome power of the fiery Iron Fist.
It's just the lines like fighting the criminal element with his incredible kung fu mastery.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's great that they're embracing camp.
Yeah.
I have a concern.
Go on.
How is this character supposed to exist in the same universe as Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage?
Don't worry about it.
Just don't
worry about it.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, I think they're gonna start ramping. They're probably gonna start blending the.
And more importantly,
seriousness.
is the fiery Iron Fist going to make a cameo in Luke Cage?
I would hope so.
Actually, like, based upon the synopsis, I would guess that we're not getting Iron Fist in Luke Cage.
Oh.
Because it says
Well, I mean-
missing for years. And
Oh, I
he's finally
guess.
back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I could see the Daniel Rand character showing up a little bit near the end of Luke Cage, though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to introduce us to him and say, like, the same way that they brought the nurse from
Oh, yeah,
Daredevil into Jessica Jones to say these shows are linked.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
explicitly like.
Yeah. And like Luke Cage is in Jessica Jones as a major character, which makes total sense, but these shows are linked. So I think there's going to be an overlap somewhere.
Yeah, I would think so. And
Yeah.
like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, big thing in comics like for decades. As like
Yeah.
Heroes for Hire was basically what they were as a duo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I like the synopsis like after 4 years on a island, I had to become something different.
Now I have to save my city.
You have failed this, Liddy. Kung Fu Chop.
I don't know. I feel like arrows might be a little more versatile.
Maybe, although it doesn't have literal magic powers.
That is
well,
true.
I mean, he doesn't, but it's a thing in this season.
That's true.
Side note, just completely random side note, the Constantine crossover episode was great.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Wasn't Constantine cancelled?
It was.
Yes, it was.
But I'm pretty sure that actor was on contract for appearances.
Probably.
So they brought him into Arrow, and it was the same actor, and it was great.
All right, so
Moving on.
wait a minute. What's happening? My Twitch chat is not.
Scrolling. Is your Twitch chat broken?
Yeah, it's disconnected. I hope
Oh,
we're still
odd.
live.
We seem to be live.
Technical dip.
Okay, it looks like Twitch is having some issues. In that I can't actually
Technical dip.
connect to it. That's weird. All right, well, we can keep going, and we'll see if that fixes itself. That's bizarre
Yeah.
that that's happening.
Confirmation that we
it-
are still live.
Okay,
It's working on my end.
Okay, so it's just me. All right, fine. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, as long as we're still live, that's okay. I can't see chat right now because Twitch is acting up for me. So,
So, in bad news,
oh yeah,
Okay,
EA
we can tell this is bad news because it starts with EA.
EA
yeah.
is launching an esports division.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's all you need to know. But no, it's focused on establishing esports for EA franchises as such as Madden, FIFA, and Battlefield.
Oh, well then.
All games that really actually FIFA actually has a massive esports scene already,
Right.
which is kind of weird, but I guess it's kind of like a fantasy football thing.
Yeah.
But Battlefield, how do you make that into esports?
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I mean, I'm sure they thought it out.
You're gonna have 32 massive teams competing against each other.
I guess. It's weird. And yeah, it's EA, so I'm not feeling good about it.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like I can see chat again.
Who knows?
Hooray!
Yeah, it's a weird thing. We'll see what happens with that. But EA has their way of things. I really hope they just don't come and like knock over all of esports.
Just no.
Yeah,
But yeah, like
it may be that they'll start releasing specific content for
Yeah.
esports.
It's just
style
that
stuff.
the idea of Battlefield esports is hilarious to me just because of the games that usually become popular in esports. And they're usually small arena-focused games. That's, League,
Yeah.
Dota,
Yep.
Counter-Strike,
Halo.
Halo,
Yep.
FIFA,
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Rocket
It's
League
like-
burst onto the esports scene like immediately, though.
Yeah,
It's
that's
usually you usually have a very small number of players in an esports team because the team is only part of the product. The players are also a massive part of the whole esports thing because you have your esports stars and
Sure.
you have like Dendi on Navi in Dota 2
Excuse me.
who straight up just basically can't leave the team because he's the most famous player in all of Dota 2.
Right.
He is that team. The team have sucked for the past 2 years.
Right.
But there is no way they will ever fight Dendi because he's like straight cash for them.
So yeah, this.
It's a thing.
I look forward to watching it crash and burn.
So I don't understand how they will be doing Battlefield.
Yeah,
but
it seems like an odd choice.
it's also the idea that, especially that's been fought back by the esports community, is the idea of forcing esports,
right.
where they will just arrange esports for any game or like make the game specifically an esport game, and it just crashes and burns because nobody actually wanted to play that game. Esports usually turns out of, oh look, we really like this game, let's like do a silly small tournament, and then it turns into like a big thing.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how Halo esports started, and it's just people wanted esports, so they made esports.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. And yeah, it's like you said, it seems like EA is like, right, we'll give you want esports, we'll give you esports, but we'll give you what we think you want.
Yeah.
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 Though I
the
like.
way EA does everything.
Pretty
So yeah,
much.
the big thing I'm not surprised is them supporting FIFA more as an esport because that is already an esport, but Battlefield. Come on.
Esports are like memes. You can't force them.
The
Exactly.
idea of sports games as esports games blows my mind a little bit, though. Like Madden and FIFA as esports games, it makes my head hurt. It's like,
I wanna
why don't I just watch football or football?
As I said, it's probably like a fantasy football thing. That
Well, no. What I want to see is like the FIFA Manager, like the management games, as an esport.
yeah.
Oh my head.
Yeah, that one.
Fantasy manager leagues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll make sick cash.
All right.
Speaking of sick cash,
Yeah, sick cash.
another kind of crowdfunding deal. But some of you may have known or may have been watching that the Mystery Science Theater 3000 had a revival Kickstarter because it's coming back in form because Joel Hodgson launched a Kickstarter that would be creating a number of episodes. I think the initial run was something like they had a goal of
1 through 3 episodes was the first 3.3 million.
the first 3.3 million, right? And
Yep.
that was then going to be used to secure extra funding to make the a full run and to pitch it, basically. What they then started doing was saying, like, if we raise X amount, we'll do more episodes. And so they've now, it's finished now, and they raised record-breaking, it was $5.7 million in pledges. And that basically funds a complete revival season of, I think it was 12 episodes, or at least 12, because the ultimate goal was 5.5 million. So now they're going to have at least that many, and I think they added. Right, yes. Okay, so money was raised through the sale of merchandise in the Kickstarter add-on store, amounted to 600,000, and then Joel added that to the full funding total, so they'll make a holiday special and a 14th episode, so you get 14 episodes. And so the total with pledges and merchandise is 6.3 million. So this beats out the Veronica Mars movie as the most funded TV and film Kickstarter ever.
Yep.
So people like them Mystery Science Theaters. And it's not like we're bringing back all the old people like Crow, T-Robot, and Tom Servo have new voices. There's Jonah Ray, who you may know from Nerdist, is going to be the guy trapped on the satellite. And Felicia
Jonah
Day...
Ray Rodriguez.
That's the one. And Felicia Day and Patton Oswalt are going to be the mad scientists. So that...
I mean, I like the people attached to it.
Yeah. I like that they're
I was skeptical because most of the old MST3 Gate crew is off doing riff tracks.
Yeah.
But I like the people attached to it. I used to be a really heavy listener of the Nerdist podcast.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed Jonah. Like, he was one of my favorite people on the cast. So, have we engaged picnic mode?
I've seen one. Okay, one person says it's not there, so
Nope.
everyone else.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, the other people who are attached to this, there's Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland are going to be writing for it, and they're the people who make Rick and Morty, and Dan Harmon made Community as well. And so that's some stuff there. Also, during the final days of the campaign, Joel Hodgson, he's invited a bunch of celebrities to cameo who may be up for it, and here's the list. Jack Black, Joel McHale, Neil Patrick Harris, Jerry Seinfeld, Bill Hader, and Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Does that mean they're gonna do Slipstream?
Wait, what?
It's I think it was called Slipstream. It's like a really old campy movie. That was like one of the last movies that Mark Hamill did before retiring from
1989.
Oh, I hope so.
From live action.
Stream.
I hope so.
For the post show, there's the
All right.
there's the trailer.
All right. Okay.
I think it was called Slipstream.
It was.
I've seen it.
It
It was Mark Hamill and Bill Paxton.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So that all sounds good, and I like that they're going in a different way with it. They're not just trying to like bring back all the old people and do it again to make something new with it, which is nice. So yeah, there you go, and that's a lot of episodes, 14. So yeah. All right, and
for now, your virtual reality news.
Yes.
And that's we've gotten both. We've gotten release dates for both Doctor's Rift and the HTC Vive.
Hey, all right.
We got a release date for the Vive and a release window for the Rift, didn't we?
Yeah. So the Rift is coming out in Q1, and we're getting Eve Valkyrie as a bundle with the headset.
Sure. Go.
All right.
Go ahead.
These. And we'll be seeing the HTC Vive dropping in April.
April. And do you not get a bundle with that? Damn it.
Yeah, it just says April. I mean, it's paired with Valve and Steam VR, so I'd be shocked if there isn't something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably all the demos they had at the GDC and stuff, like the Portal, they had like a small demo where you have to repair, I think, Atlas from Portal.
Right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It will probably have those have those demos bundled with it.
I was actually I forget the name of the stream, but it was the people who made Fantastic Contraption. They had a stream on that I was watching last week where they were demoing is it the Vive with the two paddles?
They have both of them.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
well,
both
it
have
was
that
one of
setup.
them, whatever it was. It was one or the other, and they were like manipulating things in like a room that. So they had like the thing overlaid, and they basically green screened it out, so it was just the parts, and it was like he was walking around. Like so, you had like the augmented reality on the stream, and it looked really cool. And I actually remember playing Fantastic Contraption when it was a Flash game. Like I remember this. It's come a long way.
Yep.
So it's gonna be interesting. The wars begin next year, and it is a war because
Fight.
there's gonna be an actual war. Like, because Oculus Rift have their own system that they're doing it, and they're going hard for exclusives. Steam is doing the absolute opposite with no exclusives. It's like if it works on a VR headset, it works.
All right.
Like, yeah. And Oculus Rift has this only works on Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
The next console war takes place on your face.
Begun. The VR wars have.
Yeah. So the VR wars start early next year. It's gonna be interesting to see because this could intentionally be next step in just entertainment.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Basically, it's it seems to be another format war, like kind of how we had. It was. I remember when it was
DVD.
Yeah,
and
HD
Blu-ray.
DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Blu-ray just smashed it.
It's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
As somebody who worked in a DVD store at the time, you are not kidding, Hats.
Yeah.
You are not kidding.
Just like VHS and Betamax before it.
Unfortunately, when it comes to VR stuff like this, I'm probably going to be a late adopter.
Yeah, same. Like,
It's hard to do money, and it's hard to do VR with this.
yeah, it doesn't necessarily. I liked the demo they had at the Fantastic Contraption stream because it was like in a big space that had been they keyed out the background so you could see what he was kind of experiencing. You need a lot of space for that.
Yep.
And B, it's just you have to get that to work, and it's otherwise you're just like poop. Hey, this looks really great.
Just like Havoc said in chat right now, that the VR wars will be decided by porn, much like the formats that came before it.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing that's already out there.
Chemistry also asked, how does VR work for people with glasses? I can only tell you about the HTC Vive, because their solution to the glasses was we just made it big enough for you to wear glasses comfortably.
I like that solution.
Yeah, people who have tried it, who are glasses wearers, have said the Vive was actually really comfortable.
So so the thing with this is like I have a very weak prescription, but if I look at a screen for too long, I start to go without glasses. So I would definitely have to wear them to use Vive or similar.
Yep.
So
clearly the winner of
good.
this year's VR war is going to be Google Cardboard.
Yeah.
They did have the free Star Wars.
It's already out.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean,
it's
Google
been
Cardboard's really the first VR headset.
It's
just saying.
been out for like a year.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all the news.
Well,
that's all the
almost all.
That's
all the external news.
External news. So we have. Well, I say we.
We have doable announcements.
We have some announcements to make.
Yes.
We have some
Announcements. So let's. What do we want to do first?
Let's do the big one so we can roll it into the second one.
All right.
Yes. Let's. We cede the floor to you, Lamb.
Bake him away, toys.
So as everyone can see, we're on Hatz's channel today,
Hello.
and that's
there are
how
new
it's.
assets.
There's new assets, and that's because this is how it's going to be in the foreseeable future.
You're stuck with me.
Yep.
You're all stuck with hats.
More Smash Mouth mixes for everybody.
Oh God, no.
No, I'll probably.
I'm on board.
I'll probably.
The reason is I am retiring from streaming.
Yeah.
It is true. And before everyone panics,
Remain calm.
I'm retiring from streaming. I'm not going away.
Damn. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
As who was it that said it yesterday? Someone said something real, basically on point yesterday about it.
Was it one of us?
I think it was either Moose or Hats that said it.
You got a better deal?
Yeah, basically, I
remember saying that.
Yeah, basically got a better deal. What's happening is I'm going to be moving over as a content creator for Bad News Gaming. I have an entire, very long. It's like 6,000 characters or something.
Dang.
Post written that will be going up on Twitter after the show, where I
on tweet longer.
a tweet longer after the
It'll
show.
be going on 50 different tweets.
That goes through an entire thing, and yeah, retiring is probably not the right word. It's
Retiring
more
from streaming.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
He is leaving the streamosphere, except maybe as a hobby.
Yeah, and I mean, showing up on, obviously you'll still be showing up on Culture Clash.
Yeah, I'll be on Culture Clash. I'll be guesting on, the
multiplayer stuff, yeah.
Saturday multiplayer things. I'll probably be guesting on Bad News Gaming stuff. Mm-hmm. The thing that's happening is I'm moving over as content creator for Bad News Gaming, specifically as sound designing and composing.
Yeah.
Which is exactly the stuff I am in school to do. So basically, I'm going to do exactly what I want to do at a more full-time level.
There you go.
And to go into a bit more, basically what happened was, as you know, I haven't been streaming a lot lately. That's because I have become a very, very good, a very, very busy person.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And I just had to stand back and look at everything I'm doing currently and pick something that had to go.
Yeah.
And sadly, that thing was streaming.
Yeah. But yeah.
But with change comes good things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For one, we have this amazing new assets for the stream. Yeah, that was fun.
All this stuff.
Also, something we have been talking about for a long while.
Oh yeah.
Is finally coming to fruition.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, it's in the show notes. So
Sure,
we're just going to announce the very first episode of Spoiler Clash.
Yep.
Is going to be Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Yeah, and the way we're going to do Spoiler Clash is it's not going to be live. It's going to be a recorded podcast that will go up online. Initially, it'll probably be posted to my YouTube, and we'll try and find an audio format for that as well. And it'll be pre-recorded and edited and put up that way, rather than doing it live. Part of the reason we can get away with doing this podcast live, by the way, is that it is gaming talk show, because we have a lot of gaming content. Streaming non-gaming stuff, it doesn't. Podcasts don't really come under creative on Twitch, so we couldn't really do that live. So it makes, and we can have that way you don't have to worry about oh no, I have to mute the stream. it's like you can listen to it at your leisure.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, we will figure
as the
out.
name suggests, or as the name suggests, the Spoiler Clash will basically be us talking about something with the full spoiler warning on.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
There will be spoilers.
Yeah, don't download it if you don't want spoilers. We will not be holding anything back. Even when we go spoiler mode on the stream, we tend not to go full detail.
Not really. Yeah, because otherwise we'd be there for a while.
Yeah. This is, we're gonna just go ham on it. That's whatever
we will
need.
spoil your favorite twist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Darth Vader was his sled.
So
Snape
that's
killed
what
Bruce
happening.
Willis the whole time.
as I said, I have a giant Twitter post going up that details everything. So as I said, it doesn't mean I'm going away. It just means I'm withdrawing from streaming. I still have streaming I want to do. It's probably not going to be on my channel. I might not even be on those streams. I'm just going to be the mastermind behind those streams. Because we still have some stuff that I really want to do. One of them that has been mentioned many times is the Viscera cleaning detail race.
Oh, right.
The cleanup detail race, which was really fun the first time, but I've always wanted to do a second one.
Right, yeah.
It's stuff like that. And, yeah. Look, there is a Bad News Gaming website coming up very soon, in which a lot of my content will be going up on.
Yay!
Yep.
Cool. Oh, if I can sneak something else in as well, but while we're announcing stuff, I might as well, I'll talk more about this because I'm still sort of planning exactly when to do this, but people who watch the stream for a while, probably, I know there's a lot of people who miss Kerbal Build Club that we used to do here regularly. That's going to be making an appearance as a pre-recorded thing as well. Less frequently, but it's going to be recorded and edited and put up online as well. So, there you go. Announcements.
I don't want to be the only one without a personal announcement. I have one. I'm actually going to be launching a Patreon next month.
Hey! Okay.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm still working out the details and all the rewards, but I am joining the Cool Kids Club with hats, and
Oh yeah,
expect the H Patreon soon.
yes, and just thank you so much to everyone who does pledge that, because that allows me to not have to worry too much about doing all the streaming. It feels like it gives me the opportunity to do all that stuff and the Fastgate rewatch and a bunch of other stuff that is in the works, and like the KSP Build Club that will be coming soon. So yeah, and also Patreon did recently update so that now it shows what you get after taxes and fees and stuff on the page, which is much better. It makes it easier to figure out. You just look at it and like, right, I know what I get. Good. It's good. Yep. So there you go. Announcement.
Yeah, and apparently Patreon released their API.
Oh, they did.
Recently, so hopefully things will be able to start tying in as people get things worked out.
Cool.
Nice.
All right, that's sweet.
So yeah, that's just a few announcements.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're going to wrap up with. But obviously, Lamb, yours is the big deal, so
Yes.
we look forward to your content, sir.
It's been
Indeed.
it's been a long
It's been a
long
pleasure
ride.
serving with you,
It's
sir.
been a long road.
No! That's it. That's it.
But yeah, you'll be seeing stuff from me in the future.
Yay.
Yes. So, thus the season 2, episode 1 joke from earlier. We are on Hats' channel going.
Yeah, basically. That's because it's funny because we were on here for a while, if you remember, because Lamb was moving, and then we're like, okay, back to Lamb. It's like, no, back to and passes back and back, but it's gonna stay here. So, barring anything that I have to do, where I hand it off to, I guess, HP.
Yeah, at some point I do need to get the assets from you, just in case.
Yes, that is fair. But yeah, it would be.
So
here.
we have all of these new fancy assets. We have new channel or new permanent channel, and yeah, I look forward to see where we go from now.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Well,
So, yeah. Keep an eye on Bad News Gaming. 'Cause that's where I'm gonna be.
All right. So I think that about wraps things up for this week.
Indeed.
Thanks
And
everybody for watching.
yeah, if you're watching live, we will be right back with post show where we can chat to you guys and have stuff and take questions and all that stuff. So, but if you are, otherwise we'll see you all next time. I get to say this now. Same hat time, same hat channel. Yes.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be right back if you're watching live, and we'll see you soon. Otherwise, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.